Hey guys, it's Jonathan, and yes, the Range Rover is broken. Again. This time it's something on the inside, and it's actually not as bad as it looks. So stay tuned, I'm going to show you the problem and how to fix it. Alright guys, so the good news is that this problem is not the result of any type of mechanical failure or failure to do any maintenance on the vehicle. This is pretty much the result of Samantha not listening to me and letting her niece and nephew run all over the car. I apologize, guys, that the car is so dirty. I actually took out the rubberized mats to make it look a little bit nicer, but there's still crumbs all over the place. I got to take the car in to get detailed. But anyways, if this happens to you, I wanted to show you what's going on. So there is a little panel here that has been pushed in. This is for your, of course, you know, you've got your USB chargers here and your 9-volt. Now, you cannot pull this back in or out. So you can take the 12-volt out and try to stick your finger in there and try to wiggle it back in, but it doesn't work that way because there are pins or little tabs here that's supposed to go. Also on the sides as well, there are also tabs that need to be lined up. Now, this vehicle, you're not able to access it back there because we have a cooler there. So how do you get into it? How do you move this panel to be able to do that? So there's actually a access point right behind this little tray. This is just rubber. You can pull right off. And now you've got these bolts right here that you can undo. So we're going to do that now. All right, guys, to begin, I'm just going to use a basic socket and ratchet set. This is an 8mm socket. I'm not using the wrench. I'm just using this handheld one because you don't want to over tighten this or put too much pressure on it. And this is my first time undoing it. And as you can see, it's actually really easy to undo. I'm going to undo this one and then undo the second. Very easy to undo. It should not be hard. All right, now that we've got both of them off, you can actually hold onto the side here and just kind of wiggle it off. You might be tempted to unpull right here, but this is actually just the fascia for the wood paneling and everything, so don't take this off. Just do the sides here. You're going to need both hands. Put one hand on this side, one hand on this one, and just kind of wiggle it free. It attaches with little with tabs, so they should pop right out. All right, guys, now that we have this disconnected, I have the panel sitting right here very delicately because I don't want to disconnect these wires, but I also don't want to put any pressure on them. But with this removed, you can actually slide your hand right back here. And as you can see, try to do this. I'm moving this panel very easily. There's space enough for both sides. So I'm just going to try to work my fingers back there and push this in from behind as it's supposed to be. Right through here. All right, I'm going to use two hands to do this, guys. Okay, so I have one side in, but not the other side. And because this is actually not the strongest plastic, I'm actually going to unscrew here and here to remove this panel here. That should give us a clear access to that bottom panel. Again, these are just the same 8mm socket that you used before. Let's do this side. I'm pretty sure Samantha's going to come out any minute and yell at me. Okay, and this, oh shit, unbolts completely from the back. So, all right, guys, so this is what happened. I took off the bottom one, and this just kind of just falls away. But as you can see, it's supposed to clamp into here. So anyways, all those controls, they fit right in here. Here they are right here. So we're going to put them in back carefully. All right, guys, so we're just going to work this right back in. It's very easy to see the guides and the tabs now that it's disconnected. Should pop right back in. There. Yes. Yes, it actually just pushes right in. That's not very secure, so I can see how this would have come out just by pressing on it, unfortunately, but still. All right, so we've got it in. That's how it's supposed to go. Now we need to put it on the bottom. Have these two pieces switch places. So I'm going to try to show you guys on a little bit better view. We're putting this back because it goes just like this. And we're going to put this back just like this. But remember, we have to screw this one back in, the lower part in first. So let's do that. First, we're going to put it into place. There are guides here. If you'll look right here, this is the bottom of it. Make sure it's flush and in the guides, in the grooves on both sides. There you go. And now it's flush back in there. All right, now we're just gonna screw it right back in. It's gonna be funny showing Samantha this footage of her car taken apart. She's gonna freak out. But you guys know now how to fix this if this happens to you, which is the whole point of my channel. Okay, we've got this bottom part on, and now we're gonna put it on the top part, which is very easy. Again, make sure you're in the grooves. So I'm gonna actually show you right here. Make sure that these go back where they're supposed to. Don't make sure they're not overlapping. There's no bending or flexing. They should slide right in. If you can see right there, that outer part, I'm sorry I'm holding it, I don't have a third arm, but that top part, I'm actually gonna circle it right now. Make sure that that groove goes on to where it needs, make sure it needs to line up where it needs to be. It should be a smooth operation if you do it correctly. There it is. There it is. There you go. Now we're just going to get these last two and screw them in. Maybe start it with our fingers first. Of course, remember, don't overly tighten these, so you don't need to use any power tools or the socket or anything. Just hand tight and not overly done either. Just something enough to hold it in. That is secure. And now we are all done. Actually, no, we need to put this cover back on. Just put that in there. Snaps right back into place. We're all done. So last thing we want to do is make sure all of our electronics work. Of course, I actually have the vehicle on right now, and vents are running smoothly. Got our heated seats. All three stages are working. I don't think I do have a cord with me actually. We can test this out, make sure it works. It's kind of crazy that I had a charger on me. And that's it. Not a hard process at all. You just have to remember to be delicate and don't force anything. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.